don't got money like you, EST Gee.
Why don't he?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. That's why I had to.
Just because he ain't had no money, you left him?
Had to.
That ain't right. I don't like that.
If he's making more money than me, I mean, if I'm making more money than him, I don't.
You should help him get some more money.
How am I gonna do that though? If I have my own career, I'm doing what I'm doing.
A woman's supposed to be a helpmate.
I feel like a man is supposed to be that for a girl.
A man's supposed to be a leader.
You right.
You're supposed to help him be a better leader.
I don't know. So I was in the wrong. Now I'm the bad guy. I'm always the bad guy.
You looking for a daddy.
I ain't looking for a daddy. I got my own money. I got my own money. I could do what I do. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't need a guy for money.
But you want one.
I want a man to be stable. If I was to leave him, I want him to be...
So he wasn't stable?
He was okay, but I was making more than him.
So he was stable though.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
So why are you leaving then? You said you just want.
Because he wasn't doing better than me. I need a guy doing better than me, and if he's not doing better than me, then
I guess
everybody's different. Everybody's different. I just feel like that's how it is, man.
I feel like it would have been more real if you'd have helped him get to where you wanted him to be.
Y'all want these guys. I feel like guys want that love story. Like, I feel like guys want us females to be with them in the trap, do what they do, and then when shit goes downhill.
No, nobody want that. You want that. You could have helped him outside of the trap. You could have helped him get a barber license or anything.
He was good at that, but he could have did that himself. He could have went to school. He could have did that himself. I would have encouraged him. I'm not his mom. I'm not gonna carry him and go do this and this.
Obviously, this woman here is all about appearances. Radio host, she's flashy. She's all about appearances. Hypergamy and tattoos, misandry, ad hominem. I'm throwing out all y'all little favorite words right there. But this is hypergamy at its finest. You see how he was countering everything she was saying? Now, I have my own thoughts on a man being the breadwinner. But there are some cases when you can make things work. And he even pointed that out to her. He was like, so what'd you leave him for? He was stable, right? Yeah, he was stable, but he wasn't making more money than me. And I just had to go. And her points, the thought process was flawed. It's all about appearances. You heard her say, I got a daddy. I don't need no money. I don't want for nothing. What is it about? If y'all are both good, it's not about love. You want him doing better than you, which is a common thing, guys. I always tell you, if you're not doing better than her, a woman has to feel like you're better than her. Women don't like when I say that, but they know deep down it's true. If you're not making more than her, if you're not doing better than her financially or whatever you want to call it, or in life, she has to feel like you're better than her. That is the polarity, and that's the way the relationship has to work. EST Gee, a lot of you guys may not know who he is, and I didn't even say that previously. He's a rapper, CMG. He's doing pretty well and signed to Yo Gotti's label. So he's doing pretty well, but the fact that he called out these women and their hypergamous ways, it's not about holding a man down, and he's saying being a helpmate. A woman should be motivating a man, right? You should be, instead of just sitting back saying, what are you going to do? Where's the love at, baby? If we supposed to be a couple, where's the love at? I look at shit differently. When I talk about partner, you guys piss and moan and all this stuff. JR, how could you say a partner? I'm saying in terms of we bouncing things off each other. If you just want a woman to be a footstool, then hey man, maybe this isn't for you. But I'm talking about bouncing things off. A woman should be there as a helpmate and a motivator. I don't think a woman should be financially carrying a man, but it seems like for whatever reason, she wanted him to be doing more than her, and she was embarrassed. Fuck that love shit at the end of the day. This is how vain, this is the ego of certain women, man. Let's get on to this next clip though. Let's go.
Why is it that there are so many girls who are hot and successful, but they're still single? I read every dating book under the sun. This is what they said. The first reason they're single is because of something called hypergamy. That means we tend to want to date up, which means women tend to want to date a guy who's got more money and social status than her. This doesn't make women shallow. This is just evolutionary. So as you can imagine, if a woman is already making 6 figures and super attractive, the chances of her finding a man who's even more career successful and makes more money and has more social status and meets her high standards is going to be extremely slim. The second reason is because most women who are super career driven lead with their masculine energy, because it's what's got them career success. Whereas what attracts high value men isn't career success in a woman, it's a woman who's in her feminine.
hypergamy, so women's tendency to marry equal or higher status mates, is somewhat in decline. But what's interesting is that I think that's somewhat inevitable as women occupy more high status positions in society. They're going to start marrying down to some extent. But some interesting pieces of data along with that is that a recent study of 21,000 women in 27 EU countries found that in relationships where a woman earns more or is higher educated than her partner, it's a big predictor of intimate partner violence. So that's a really dark kind of consequence, or maybe unintended consequence of that.
Both good clips right there. We say this to women over and over, and I get, especially in the black community with black women, they take this education seriously. That education might as well be their man. That replaces the love, which I'll cover a video later about the reality of this. And women are discovering that a lot of times with this masculine attitude, or I don't need a man and you're just here for whatever, it turns men off. And she pointed out something as well about the likelihood you're making this much money, the likelihood of you finding a man making more than you, of a higher status, social, economic status, whatever you want to call it, is very low. And if you do find them, chances are you might not be the only one. The other guy, he had a good point. He was saying something along the lines of a woman being the breadwinner, and I talk about this all the time. I just had this conversation yesterday, matter of fact. I've had these conversations with women who took care of men. It's a recipe for disaster. Like he said, he didn't say it in those words, but that's what I always call it. There's going to be resentment. She's going to end up resenting him, and he's going to end up resenting her because he feels like less than a man, which will lead to cheating and what he was talking about, violence as well. This is just the way it is. Come on, man. Anyway, on to the next clip. Let's go.
Do not go on that coffee date. Do not go on that boba date. Do not go meet that man for drinks. This man saw you, and his first initial thought wasn't, wow, I'd really love to get to know her over some dinner and a nice ambiance. He looked at you and said, Dunkin'? Starbucks? The amount of messages that I get from men that ask me if I like coffee. No, bitch, I don't like coffee. I actually hate it.
Women are funny when it comes to that. Another I wouldn't say hypergamy, but just the thought of he has to be a certain level. A coffee date isn't good enough, right? Which we always talk about coffee. It's no secret now. That's the thing. But ladies, you would go on a coffee date with your girlfriends, right? Isn't that good enough? You don't have an issue with that? Jared, I'm not dating my girlfriend. No, you're not. You guys are conversing, talking, even when you're just meeting another woman, whether it be at the job and you guys want to be friends and hang out, y'all will go have coffee, meet up, talk, engage. That's what it's for. Coffee shops don't only serve coffee. It's a neutral place where a lot of people go. It's wide open, it's safe, and it's just easy. You don't have to worry about spending an arm and a leg. You got this type of woman. If that's not good enough, that's not good enough. And I know this is comical, but a lot of women feel this way, like, oh, that's getting played. I need to be treated to dinner. The amount of women who use guys for free food is just ridiculous. And I always tell guys, don't ever go for that. Don't ever take her out and think. Women don't appreciate that shit. They want the guy that they really like, or the guy that they really want to be with, to do that stuff, and he doesn't have to do any of that. Never did. I don't know, man. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about these videos, this hypergamy and all this fuckery that's going on that has these ladies' minds like... Comment below, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit me up on Linktree to book a one-on-one with yours truly. Purchase all my books, merch, t-shirts. Helps to support the channel. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. With that being said, much blessings and abundance. Stick around for the next video that's going to pop up on the screen below. That's where I'm going to see you guys at. This is your favorite everything. This is Wisdom. I'm out of here. Peace.
Yeah. 50 Cent. 50. Part 2. Bring it back. Yeah. Can't forget Tony. 50. UK.